Today, you and I are going to explore one of the most rare and mysterious questions ever asked. A question that even scientists, mystics, and philosophers have struggled to explain for thousands of years. And the answer you are about to hear is something very few people on this planet truly understand. This is not common spiritual talk. This is not a recycled idea from some book. This is the kind of deep truth that is usually hidden behind layers of metaphysics, ancient scriptures, and inner experience. What you will learn in this video is unique, powerful, and extremely revealing. If you absorb it fully, it will change the way you see yourself forever. We are going to uncover the true nature of your soul. Not the poetic version, not the cultural version, but the real, scientific, experiential nature of pure consciousness. And we will be exploring a question so powerful that it shakes the foundation of your identity. If the soul has no mind, if the soul has no matter, then how is it aware? This is the mystery at the heart of human existence. Today, step by step, in simple and clear English, we will decode this puzzle. By the end of this video, you will understand what the soul actually is, why awareness does not come from the mind, how your sense of me is created, and why this entire structure depends on something far deeper than identity. So let's begin. Part 1. The limits of the mind. Most people assume awareness comes from the brain. We grow up believing that brain produces consciousness like a machine produces output. Neurons fire, chemicals move, thoughts appear, and awareness is born. But this idea collapses the moment we observe our own life. When you fall into deep sleep, the mind becomes silent, yet you continue to exist. Even during an accident or shock, the thinking mind shuts down instantly, but the raw sense of being remains untouched. So awareness does not depend on thinking. It is present even before thought. It is present even without mental activity. This shows that the mind is not producing awareness. It is simply receiving it. The mind is like a camera. It captures the world, but it does not create light. Similarly, the mind reflects awareness, but it does not generate it. Let's discuss now part 2. What science can see and what it cannot explain. Neuroscience has mapped thoughts, memories, emotions, and personality. We can see brain regions activate when we feel joy or fear. We can track electrical signals when we make decisions. But even with all this data, science has not found the source of awareness. There is no point in the brain where awareness suddenly appears. Awareness is not a neuron. It is not a chemical. It is not an organ. It is something that science can measure effects of, but it cannot define the experiencer. In physics, the same mystery appears. Quantum experiments show that reality collapses into a definite state only when observed. But then, who is the observer? The brain is also observed. You can see your thoughts. You can watch your emotions. You can observe your breath, your pain, your desires, and even your own brain activity. So, the observer cannot be the brain. The observer must be something that watches the brain as well. Science has reached the boundary. Beyond this boundary lies the field of pure awareness. Now here is part 3. The soul is not an object. Now, here is the most important truth in this entire video. When we say the soul is pure awareness, we do not mean awareness is inside the soul. The soul does not contain awareness. The soul is awareness. This difference is massive. Like fire does not contain heat. Fire is heat. Light does not contain brightness. Light is brightness. Water does not contain wetness. Water is wetness. In the same way, awareness is not a property of the soul. Awareness is the nature of the soul. This means the soul does not need a mind to be aware. It does not need matter to be conscious. Awareness is not something added to the soul, it is the identity of the soul itself. Friends, the soul is not an object that has awareness. The soul is the field of awareness. Part 4. Then why do we feel I am me? This is the deepest mystery. If the soul is pure awareness, then why do we feel I am this person? I have this name. I have this identity. I have these emotions. The answer lies in the layers around the soul. Let's break this down clearly. First layer, physical body. Your brain gives you basic identity, like I am Lalit, I live here, this is my age. This is a mechanical layer. Second layer, subtle body. This is the mind, thoughts, emotions, fears and desires. This layer creates your personality, your likes and dislikes, your memories and your emotional world. Third layer, causal body. This is the deepest layer of impressions, tendencies, and psychological seeds. This layer gives you the sense of continuity across life. These three layers collectively generate your sense of me. This psychological me is not coming from the soul. It is coming from the layers around the soul. The soul itself has only one experience, and that experience is extremely pure. It is the simple sense, I am aware. It does not say, I am Indian, I am male, I am a young or old, I am a father or son, I am successful or failed, I am happy or sad. All these identities come from the mind. The mind borrows light from the soul and then creates the story of me. I have a simple analogy for this. To make this crystal clear, imagine a white bulb covered by colored glass. The bulb is pure white light. The glass is green or red or blue. When the light passes through the glass, it looks colored, but the bulb itself never becomes colored. The glass creates the illusion. The mind is the glass. The soul is the bulb. Awareness looks personal only when it passes through the layers of thoughts and identity, but the awareness itself is always pure. Now we will discuss the sixth part, how the soul knows it exists without mind. This is the most delicate part of the entire explanation. The soul does not know I exist through thoughts. It knows itself in a silent, self-luminous way. You do not need a thought to verify your existence. Before any thought appears, you already feel present. This background presence is the soul. A lamp does not need another lamp to see its own light. Light reveals itself. Awareness also reveals itself. It does not need a tool to know itself. Awareness is self-luminous. It knows itself naturally. This is why pure awareness feels effortless. You do not create it. You do not think it. You simply are it. Part 7. The soul as a field of awareness. Now, let's add a scientific angle. Modern physics accepts fields that have no mass, shape, or form. Gravitational fields, electromagnetic fields, quantum fields. They fill the universe without taking space. The soul is like a field of awareness. The brain does not generate awareness. It tunes into awareness like a radio tuning into a signal. If the radio breaks, the signal still exists. If the brain stops for a moment, awareness remains in the background. This explains why near-death experiences often occur when the brain is inactive. The awareness field continues even if the instrument shuts down. Now, in the part 8, I will discuss why the soul does not need matter or mind. The mind is needed only for thinking. The soul is needed for knowing. Matter is needed for expression. The soul is needed for existence. You can exist without the mind, but the mind cannot exist without you. You are like a movie screen. The movie changes every moment, but the screen remains untouched. Thoughts are the movie. Identity is the movie. Life events are the movie. The soul is the screen. Awareness belongs to the screen, not the movie. And now I have a powerful visual exercise for you. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a night sky full of stars. Now remove the stars. Remove the planets, remove galaxies, remove all matter and all energy. What remains? Pure space, silent, empty, yet fully present. Your soul is that space. When thoughts, emotions, identity, and experiences are removed, what remains is pure awareness. That is the soul. And now, the great illusion. Friends, awareness is pure. Mind is the storyteller. The mind uses the awareness of the soul to feel alive. Then it claims ownership. My anger, my desire, my pain, my story. But the truth is simple. The mind belongs to awareness. Awareness does not belong to the mind. You are not inside the mind. The mind is inside you. Thank you for watching.